Hey guys, Kpop Fanman here with the first monthly wrap-up video of 2015. I think that from this moment on, I'm going to do it weekly because going through this list and figuring out what I wanted to say, there is just not enough time in the world for me to make a video which is going to be short, where I can make a full constructive criticism on each song. So I think from this moment forward, I'll do it as a weekly wrap-up because this is the first week I wanted to get this one done because obviously I spent so much time writing everything out. Here's what's going to happen with this video. First one will be a selection of videos where I didn't get to do a reaction to them, but I want to mention them, I want to talk about them the same way that I would if I was doing a reaction video. Second lot will be songs or music videos that I don't necessarily need a reaction for, but I did enjoy and I did really like. I've got a playlist in the description below of all the songs that I will probably mention in this video. Go ahead and open that up on a new window if you want to check that out afterwards. Obviously there might be some songs that I missed out. If there are, let me know in the comments below and I'll add them to the playlist. But yeah, I mean, let's just get straight to this, shall we? Because we've got a lot to talk about. So, starting things off with the videos that I really wish I had done a reaction to. These videos just were either so good or they spark something in me that I need to talk about. First one, and I'm going to do a bit of a cheat here because this didn't really come out in January. Sonamu, the debut group who came out in December 2014. God, I really wish that I had started my channel before I watched this video because I would have loved this to be my first reaction video. This was such a strong debut and I liked this about the same amount as I did with Purple's. It's nice to see in the female idol world a girl group who is powerful and strong and charismatic, but not necessarily losing that feminine image. The album itself is actually really good as well. This song really bugged me for a while because it reminds me so much of Boa Girls on Top, but it's just funny how listening to this, my mind just went like straight back to that. And I do not mean to offend anyone here, but I really don't care about the whole TS Entertainment malarkey that came with it. Not so much now, but when this song first came out and this video and this group came out, there was a lot of boycott for this debut purely because of the entertainment company, and I think that's completely unfair to the girls. But it seems to have calmed down a bit now. But I just wanted to mention it because that's probably what I would have said if I did a reaction video back then. Another song I wish I reacted to was Tahiti's something, Phone Number. I was actually on the fence as to whether or not I should wait to watch this video and do a reaction because I was somewhat familiar with the band, but only really because of one member, and that was Jisoo, who I think was on all the K-pop. I wish I had waited because when I was watching this video, all I kept thinking about, and this isn't anyone's fault, like I'm not blaming anyone, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but all I could think about was AOA's miniskirt. Here's what I mean by that. I personally think that AOA's miniskirt, because it came out very early in the year, I think it came out actually in January 2014, I think it was a really big benefactor into the sudden sexplosion, let's call it, of K-pop 2014. Yes, sexy K-pop videos existed, but I think everyone can agree there was a lot of them that came out from girl groups in 2014. But with the Phone Number video, from everything from the whole bright colour dance segments, pan shots and those zooms of the girls just doing random stuff which doesn't really relate to the video. I mean, apart from picking up a phone, that's pretty much it. Like, that kind of stuff just reminded me so much of miniskirt. If a formula works, then obviously use it. And this was different enough to where it didn't seem like a blatant copy, so I can forgive it for that. But it's just, yeah, I wish I reacted because that's what I kept coming back to, and it would have been nice to have been able to do a reaction and review for that, but I'm mentioning it here. Next up on my wish I reacted to list is GFRIEND's Glass Bead. Now, if any of you have seen this video and have been into K-pop for more than a week, you know exactly the points that I'm going to make. And I completely understand where a lot of the backlash was coming from. I completely understand it. Maybe the extent that some people were going to was unjustified, but I do understand why people were a bit upset. From the song, the actual melody of the track, some of the formations to some of the shots, and maybe a bit the concept of the video, you cannot watch this video without thinking of Girls' Generation's Into the New World. It is almost impossible. Like, it is really almost impossible. I mean, even the dance formation with like the big kick at the end is it almost happens at the same time as Into the New World. I'm just I'm a very passionate Girls' Generation fan, let's just say that. But where most people are completely destroying the group for plagiarizing or being whatever, it really doesn't bother me. Some of the comments that I read for this, I was just like, wow, overreact much? GFRIEND isn't anything new, the wave of hateful comments if I mention this. But Girls' Generation, when they came out, weren't anything that new either. It's like you cannot get angry at a girl group for being similar or copying or having a very similar sound to an older group, because like that is what a lot of pop is. Yes, as Girls' Generation got older, their music styles changed and everything, and the same thing is probably going to happen with GFRIEND. So the amount of hate that these girls got is completely ridiculous. Just because a newer, similar version is coming out does not mean that the old one ceases to exist. You can still have the old one, and if the new one isn't good, wait until the new one does something else and see if it's better. But you still have the old one there. This is not the death of Girls' Generation. Yes, obviously with the whole thing of Jessica leaving, people are like, oh, the group's going to split or whatever. But that doesn't mean that the songs and the work and everything the girls did doesn't exist. Give these girls a chance. They're good. Girls' Generation are good. Girl groups are basically good. So just let it go. See what they come out with. If you don't like them, don't follow them. It's as simple as that. So I just wanted to mention that because I really wish that I had done a reaction to this, because you would have heard a lot of me talking about the comments back then. But anyway, moving on from the rant to just a song which I like and an artist which I personally like. EDDIEKIM released Apologize in January. I love this guy. He's a fantastic artist. EDDIEKIM reminds me of like the Ed Sheeran of Korea. You can see that he's very passionate about kind of guitar playing and being a musician, being an artist. So the video itself is actually really creative. And there seemed to be a huge influx of black and white artistic videos in January. I don't know whether or not there was some kind of commission that, directors had to fill. Like, we need, 20 black and white artistic videos now. He did another video for a song called My Love, which again is a song that I liked and a video I liked, but I just liked Apologize more. I thought it was more creative and more visually stunning. So yeah, next one. Even thinking about this song just puts a smile on my face. You have no idea. It is One Punch with Turn Me Back and Nightmare. My gosh, I've never regretted not doing a reaction video more. If you want to watch my reaction to, I didn't record my reaction to this song or these songs, but if you want to watch my reaction, then pretty much go and check out JREKML's reaction video to these songs. Imagine my face on that reaction. That is pretty much the same reaction I had. It's like, as someone who's born really early 90s, like, this is the music that I pretty much grew up on. So when I watched this video for Turn Me Back, I was just smiling from ear to ear. It was like someone had literally punched me into my nostalgia. It was ridiculous. I think this band would be somewhat more popular with older K-pop fans, more specifically the ones, or at least the ones that grew up on people like Criss Cross and that weird part of the 90s where the 80s didn't really want to disappear, but the 90s hadn't really formed yet. This is just old school magic, and I completely love it. And finally, in the wanted to do a reaction but didn't, and I hate myself for it, is What's Up, Stupid Liar. This song is so good. What's Up as a group is so good. This video was absolutely awful. I'm gonna rant a little bit here, so please bear with me. What's Up is a really strong and interesting concept for a girl group, and the members of that group fit the concept really well. However, the management team behind What's Up need to manage these girls effectively and properly. Stupid Lie is my favourite track from the Showtime album, and I think it's a lot of people's favourite. It's got a nice, sultry, sexy vibe to it. If anyone played Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, it's got that same kind of beat to it. But this video is so incredibly cheap that when I was watching it, I have to admit I was a little bit embarrassed. I don't mean cheap as in slutty, like most people have called these girls, or most people say of this video. This video in its production looked very cheap. It actually, like, this video to me looked like they hired a bunch of film students and they said, we need you to make a video. The girls in it are, the best bit. But I think the management team needs to be told that What's Up aren't going to be taken seriously, or they're not going to be seen by majority of people other than that scantily clad girl group. If they keep producing videos like this, and actually What's Up itself, the group to some extent, really remind me of the band Girlicious. And you're probably thinking, who's Girlicious? Girlicious was the Pussycat Dolls kind of sister group, which had a much more street and urban concept to it. And they were all very talented girls. They were all very good looking girls. But their music videos for me were always just so, I guess you could say, overdone in their sex appeal, that it was very difficult for me to take seriously. Like, I wish I did a reaction to this because I was pretty angry actually watching this video for the first time. I was just like, this is bad. The song is great, the girls are great, the video is just so bad, and I couldn't take it seriously, and it was actually somewhat depressing. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that if you've seen Stupid Lie, let me know what your thoughts were on the video. Because I think for a lot of people, if it's the first time they're going to see What's Up, that's a really bad way to start off. And these girls are an established group already, so it's just an unfortunate thing. Hopefully nothing like this will happen again. If it does, I don't know, I'll go to Korea and talk to the managing team. I don't know what I'm going to do. So in terms of my reaction videos, those are all the ones that I wish I'd reacted to but didn't, so I wanted to mention here. So now I'm just going to quickly go over the rest of the songs that came out this month. So yeah, that was the January wrap up. From now on, I'm doing this on a weekly basis. By doing that, hopefully I can talk about things a bit more in depth. I can talk about all the songs that come out that week a bit more in depth. But more importantly, it just won't be such a nightmare to get everything together at the end. If you've managed to stay through, all of this, then my God, congratulations to you. Yeah, this has been Kpop Fanman, and I will see you when I see you.